All right, let's talk about AI. We're all drowning in the hype, right? But what if I told you that when it comes to success, the real secret isn't about the tech at all? It's about something, well, something much more human.
Okay, let this number sink in for a second. 80%. That's how many AI projects, 8 out of 10, completely fail to deliver any real return on investment. That's just a mind-blowing amount of wasted time, money, and hope.
So that begs a massive question, doesn't it? The technology is supposedly world-changing, but the results? Not so much. So what's the big disconnect here? Well, spoiler alert, it has almost nothing to do with the code. It's all about the culture.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look beyond the hype. Then, we'll talk about ethics in a whole new way. We'll see how that starts a chain reaction, what the engine driving it is, and the ecosystem that supports it. And we'll wrap up with how this all gives you an advantage that no one can copy.
All right, section 1, beyond the AI hype. Let's really dig into the root cause of that staggering 80% failure rate.
You know, the core problem isn't the tech itself. It's a huge deficit of trust, governance, and culture. Think about it. So many companies just try to bolt on AI like it's a new piece of furniture, but they haven't reinforced the floor. When you throw powerful, disruptive tools into an organization without a solid culture of trust and clear rules of the road, what do you expect? You don't get innovation, you get friction, you get resistance, and you get failure.
So how in the world do you fix a problem that big? Well, the answer starts with the word that might make you groan: ethics. But hang on, we're going to reframe this completely. Forget the boring compliance lectures and stuffy rulebooks. This is ethics as a powerful strategy.
The whole key is this really cool German concept called Angemessheit. It basically translates to appropriateness. And this one idea is a total game changer. It shifts ethics away from some big abstract moral lecture and turns it into a super practical question you can ask every day. Hey, considering everything, the context, the consequences, the people right here, what is the most appropriate thing to do? It's not about being good or bad. It's about being effective and fair in the moment.
And this table just lays it out so clearly. On the one hand, you've got the old way. Ethics as a dreaded compliance checklist, a rigid rule book, something you just have to manage. On the other hand, you have this new way. It's a leadership task. It's a constant question of what's appropriate. It's not a constraint. It's literally a driver of movement. It's practical. It's strategic. See the difference? It's a shift from don't do wrong to let's find the right way forward.
Okay, so if ethics is really about doing what's appropriate, what happens next? How does that simple idea actually help a massive organization learn and adapt? Well, it turns out it kicks off this incredible chain reaction.
And here's that chain in all its glory. It's so logical. Step 1. Leaders start making decisions that feel appropriate. Step 2. When people see that decisions are fair and considered, what happens? They start to trust the process and each other. Step 3. Trust is like the ultimate lubricant for an organization. It just melts away friction. All that infighting, that political nonsense, the endless coordination meetings, it starts to disappear. Step 4. With less noise and friction, people can finally lift their heads up and see the bigger picture. Together, you get a shared perspective. And that leads to the final, crucial step, true collective adaptation. The entire organization can actually learn and adopt something new, like AI, as a team.
That chain reaction sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually make it happen day in, day out? You need an engine to power it. And here it is, the trust loop. It's so elegant. It starts with trust. When you trust people, you invite them to participate. Real participation, not just token meetings. That participation helps build the right structures, the processes and rules that actually work for everyone. Those well-built structures create real, measurable impact. And guess what? Seeing that positive impact builds even more trust, which kicks off the whole loop again, but stronger this time. It's a flywheel of progress.
And what's so brilliant about this is how it works for everyone, just from slightly different angles. For, say, the CFO, the loop is all about how trust leads to solid structures that create governance and deliver a return on investment. It's about controllability. But for the employees, the loop is about how trust lets them participate, which lets them build the structures, which gives them real ownership and acceptance. It's two sides of the same coin, using the exact same engine to get the whole organization moving in the same direction.
Okay, so this isn't just some nice idea on a slide. This is a real practical framework.
And it's backed by an entire ecosystem of partners who work together to make it happen. It's kind of like a three-legged stool. You have Acertare, which lays down the ethical foundation, the what. They provide the certified standards. Then you have AllyAllez, who comes in and does the structural implementation, the how. They turn those principles into something you can actually measure. And finally, you have the AET, which is all about the community, the who. They anchor this whole approach, making it a shared operating system for everyone involved.
All right, last section. So after all this, the chain reactions, the trust loops, what's the bottom line for your business? What does this actually give you? Well, it creates an advantage that your competitors literally cannot steal.
I mean, just think about this quote for a second. It's so true. Your competitor can reverse engineer your product. They can copy your pricing model. They can poach a few employees. But the one thing they can never, ever replicate? It's the complex web of trust-based relationships you've built with your people, your customers, and your entire community.
And that leads us to a brand new definition of USP. Forget unique selling proposition. We're talking about a unique stakeholder pattern. This is your real moat. This complex, one-of-a-kind network of relationships isn't just a feel-good thing. It's a strategic asset. It acts like a powerful sensor, feeding you information to make better decisions. And when things get tough, it's your ultimate source of resilience.
So let's end with this. Ethics is not a rule book. It's not a set of chains holding you back. It is the art of finding the right measure. And when you find that right measure, that perfect sense of appropriateness, that's not the end. That is the very beginning of every great movement your organization is ever going to make.